energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tailback takes the handoff again. Fighting off the defender. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Nice job here by this back picking up the first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
The Ducks looking to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Trying to extend the play. The pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And here's the handoff. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Austin. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Toss it to the back, running left. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap and turns it around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction, the way they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes, play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback at that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Now here's the toss play. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Caught near the sticks. It's Luna. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
He's going to take off. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's moving out of the pocket. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Game moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Longhorns move into the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Texas. This quarterback on fire today. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT is good. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Texas.
This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. And the coverage team able to bring him down.
The Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. It's a toss play to the right. They'll tackle him at the 27.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first half.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The Ducks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made after the completion. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The Ducks line up on 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Linebackers making some adjustments now. And there's the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short. That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Now they're running on the toss. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You can really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the 1st down.
And the junior able to get home with the sack. And he steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. And is intercepted. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and defense comes down with it.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. The offense will take their 1st time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
They're going to run it here. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. 1st down here for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. An important third down attempt for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He lets it go on the move. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. Right down the middle. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Madden's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense takes the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The gain makes it second and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 40. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And on the carry, he's heading left. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass this time. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Longhorns will come to the line on fourth down, hoping to keep this drive going. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Chris, I love the patience here by the... Waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Now, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
He'll throw it now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Hands off to the left. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
And the Ducks looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Defensive backs up of the line, showing press. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Here's a run call on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ducks. And they go in front here in the 2nd half.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Throwing for his running back. Looks to the left, pass caught. The game. Sticks, ball at the 40.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. And the quarterback dropping back. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns. Made the defense look slow that time. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man.
The catch.
What was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Extra point is good, so the lead is 17-14. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away.
14-6.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid game there.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. It was a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And looking to throw now on first down. He'll try a pass here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And we're able to get him down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Going to try to use his legs here. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though. They could use some yards here on third down. A field goal try would be from 54. Try and muscle for the first down. You bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team. And you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
They'll try the left side with a toss. Running through the tackle. The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
The Ducks with first and 10 here. Ball handed off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. There's the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He bought some time, now lets it go. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now.
Just missed his intended receiver on that 3rd and short. The offense is now going to have to settle for 3 points here in such a close game in the 4th quarter.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And the game now tied here in the final quarter. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. This one will be fair caught. The Longhorns offense takes the field. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Breaks loose at the 45. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Keeping it on the ground here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. The defense with more pre-snap movement, and they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down play coming up. Takes the handoff again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's 3rd down and short. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that puts him in front with about a minute to play. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught quickly. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Snags a quick throw. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch made on the sidelines, good enough for a first down. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
That's exactly how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You want to be able to pick up a first down, get as close as you can to the sideline on those conversions, and then get out of bounds. It's exactly what they were able to do here.
First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made down inside the 25. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Moves left out of the pocket. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he'll just get rid of it. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 29 seconds left. Facing 2nd and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of his huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Great job with the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. On the run here, lets it go. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, they're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. To the last team standing in the top of the mountain, Kirk, national